Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping well and safe. I just wanted to show you a quick phonics game that you can play with your child at home. Okay, so to start with, you need to have either a piece of paper that you can stick to the wall, or a board, or anything that can be stood upright and that you can write on. Okay, then you want to get yourself a range of picture cards or pictures that you've cut out of magazines, or I can email you over simple picture cards from Twinkle, or you can get little figurines, like if your child has a little toy car, and you can lay them out on the floor and you can cover them up with a piece of cloth. For the picture cards, once you've got them all ready, you want to cover them, turn them over so that the child cannot see what is under what the pictures are of. Okay, now you want to have a record of all of the pictures that you have here so that you know which word's going to come next. So I'm going to start with the k sound. Just at random, I'm going to start with the k sound. I'm going to write it on my board. Now, you want to turn the picture cards over, and you want to give your child a minute to look at all of the picture cards, or take the cloth off the items, and you want to give your child a minute to look at all of the items and see which picture or item goes with the initial sound k. Okay, you shouldn't tell the child that this is the k sound. You should encourage them to tell you what this sound is. Okay, so once they tell you, you're going to say k, well done. So that means that you need to find me a picture or an item that begins with the k sound. So give them some time. Now, as well, you always want to make sure that you're using only one picture card that goes with the sound. So, for example, you wouldn't have a cat and a cot to begin with, because it becomes a little bit confusing. So just only one. So the one picture card I have here is of a cat. So you can give them some time. When they've had a look, they may come up with the wrong answer. So they might get a picture of a fan, and then you're going to say to them, what is this item? And they should say fan. And then you're going to encourage them to tell you what the first sound is in the word fan. And they should say f. We're going to say, is this a f sound? And they should say, no, it's not. So then that means that fan does not begin with the k sound. Now, if your child does this, once you've gone over what the actual initial sound is of that picture, remove it from the game so that the child has less pictures or less cards to work with. Okay, so eventually, hopefully they should come up with the picture of the cat, okay? And then you're going to say, well done. That picture goes with the sound that I have on my board. Cat, k, k, cat. Now, you want to encourage your child to segment the word cat so that the adult can write it down to start with, okay? So you're going to say, cat, cat, what sound comes next? So hopefully they'll come up with ah, but if they don't, some children skip the middle sound and then they go straight to t, because they hear t at the end of the word. So they might say k, t, cat, and then you're going to say to them, you're going to blend it, you're going to say kt, kt, is that cat? And then they're going to probably say, no, it's not. It's because a sound is missing. So when you do this, make sure that you show them clearly that there is a gap for the missing letter. So you're going to say k, t, k, t. There is a missing sound. And hopefully the child will go through a range of sounds that could potentially fit between k and t. For example, oh. If they say oh, they're going to blend it together. K, ot, cot. And they're going to say, is this a cot? And they hopefully will say, no, it's a cat. So then that means that the oh sound is wrong. We don't want the oh sound. Hopefully they will come to the ah sound, and then we'll have k, ah, t. Well done, cat. And we blend it all together. If your child is really struggling with segmenting and blending, then you can help them, do it with them. So for example, you do robot arms, you say k, ah, t, cat. At cat. Okay, once you said it a few times, you rub the picture of the written word off, and then you're going to encourage the child to say the word back to you. So it's a cat, yeah? So I'm going to repeat that again very quickly with a different card so that you can see me doing that once more. So again, start with a blank board or a blank piece of paper, your items covered up or your cards turned over so that the child cannot see them. You're going to pick one of have a picture card in your head, which one you want them to spell. For example, we have a dog there. So I'm just going to I'm going to write that on the board. And I'm going to say to my child, what is this sound? And hopefully they're going to say D. Once they've said the correct sound, you turn over your picture cards, or you lift the cloth from the items and you give your child a few minutes to have a look at all of the items, all of the pictures, and see which one matches with the initial D sound, okay? Once they have found that picture, you're going to put it up. And then you're going to turn the rest of them over again. And then you're going to encourage your child to segment the word dog, okay? So that they can get all of the sounds. Remember to tell your child that the words that you will be doing will all have 3 letters, no more than 3 letters. So dog. What comes next? So you're going to say to them, D, dog. So you're just going to kind of blend it for them, but without saying the sounds out loud, okay? And if they're able to do it on their own, then do encourage them to do it on their own. You can just simply write the word, the letter on the board, and then encourage them to write the sounds that come next. So D, O, G, dog. Well done, dog. Okay, you're going to keep going until you have finished all of your picture cards or all of your items. Once you have finished, you then can ask your child to write those words on the board. Try to encourage them to do that as independently as possible, so that they have the spelling of that word in their head. So you'd say to them, okay, so earlier I showed you a picture of a cat. Well done, cat. Then you're going to give your child the pen and encourage them to write the word cat on the board, remembering to tell them that it has 3 letters in it, so that they know how many letters are expected of them. So hopefully they'll write cat. Some children mix up the spelling of the word and they'll put cat. You're going to blend that for them. So that would be which is not a word. So you say to them, actually you have all of the correct letters, but they are in the wrong order. So let's remove these 2 and encourage them to write the letters in the correct order. So A. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and do email us about any ideas you think that we could do or anything that you're struggling with at home. Stay safe.